So today I went to youth group, and it was like, it could be better. There wasn't much interaction, which was the entire goal. So first we basically just stood around, did nothing. When people had their groups, they were talking to people, but I didn't even know them there. It was a lot better than the first time I went years ago, though, because instead of a group of 15 people who didn't want to be there and it was all unorganized, it was like 100 people, or more like 200 people, and they were a lot more enthusiastic, and they actually did things. Still felt really comfortable, though, even though I haven't been to the church in so long. It still felt very natural. I don't know why. Pretty cool. Then it was about 20 minutes of song with bass so strong that my chest hurts. That's why one reason I didn't like going to church in person, because they make their bass insanely loud, and it makes my heart beat and makes me nauseous. So that I had to endure. Then it was some pretty obvious teaching, like, spiritual growth. You have to let God come in through you. You should always strive to have God. And you made an analogy to being a seed. You have to have faith. Why is that light blue? That camera light isn't typically blue. That's strange. But anyways, how we have to have faith in God until the seed you plant grows. So, whatever. And then we got in groups and answered some questions like, where are you in your faith? What do you have to forget to progress your faith? What do you have to hold on to when you're in tough times? So about 20 minutes of that, and we were done. So a bunch of songs and some pretty mid teachings, and then faith. And I can't go back next week because it's a seniors night. So not the best time to go for the first time. I don't know if this is going to be the same time. I'll be going back for sure. As usual, I don't remember names very well, so I remembered 2 people's names out of the roughly 15 that were told to me. So, peak. Because I'm not used to remembering names. I don't have friends and I don't meet people. So at most, I'll meet someone once and then walk away. So when I meet them again, it's like, oh, crap. I don't do that. So my brain, the part of my brain that like just knows to remember names is not there. Like, whoa, that's a cool moth. Look at that moth. Oh, there's 2 of them. Nice. But yeah, like I don't even know if it's my memory. My memories aren't the best, obviously, so that contributes. But also just the thing in your mind that goes, okay, her name is Amanda, remember that. I just don't have that. So like the moment they walk away, 10 seconds later, I go, it was like, oh wait, what was that guy's name? Crap. And even if I ask them to repeat their name when they first tell me it, and then I ask again later, I still will forget it, because I need to know their name in the moment, but I still haven't consciously made the decision to remember their name, which is the problem. So unless it's an easy to remember name, like Israel, which is one of the guys, hard to forget Israel and Blaze, but other guys like Dova, I don't know. I can't do it. Also, there was this one girl here who looked literally exactly like the one person I met at the online school and homeschool meetup thing a bit ago. The person, I got her number, and I'm pretty sure she usually gave me a wrong number, or she just hasn't replied to my texts in 3 weeks. But it was creepy because she had the same glasses, the same hairstyle, the same hair color, the exact same face, the same posture, the same height, the same clothing. It was like, I swear to God, you were the same person. Her voice even sounded similar. So that really threw me off. I don't think it was her. I think she would have recognized me. Or, I don't know. It was just weird. And also, I don't think she'd be at my... I don't know. She could have been, for all I know. She is Christian, I know that. So, it makes sense for her to be at youth group. That looked like a cat from far away, that bag. I knew it wasn't a cat because it wasn't doing a muff. And I don't know why I'd be hanging out with some paint buckets, but, So overall, I'll be going back week after next. Gotta wait 14 days to have another social interaction. Yay. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the past 3 days have been social, well, not the EOC, but I was around people my age, but I didn't talk to them. The day before that, I did a bring to work day. Today I did youth group, and then that's pretty much my social interaction. It's more I've done in the typical 5-month period, all in the span of 3 days. So that's pretty fun. And now, because I have no school, well, I mean, school doesn't affect it. I won't be meeting people from school anyways, it's online. But regardless, I have no school. I'm trying not to game. And I'm not going to go to any events soon. So, the next 3 months, or at least 14 days, I mean, when I keep going to youth group, I'll meet people and maybe have friends, for all I know. But it'll essentially be me just doing my stuff, which includes thrilling things such as work out and drink water, watch YouTube, work out a different muscle, do cardio, work out a third different muscle, stretch, drink water again, work out again, watch YouTube, listen to classic rock, work out again. That's my life. That's just what every day is. So, not the most thrilling. Obviously, in between that, there will be, go to the gym, go to Cartersville. I mean, at least I have a gun. That's cool. But aside from that, I mean, do my walks every night. Yeah, I guess that counts. I really do not do things. I'm legitimately, work out, drink water. Drinking water doesn't even count. Okay, let's ignore life sustenance things. That's stupid. So work out, watch YouTube, do my walks, go to the rock climbing gym, go to Cartersville for my drink. Cat. Let me think of something. Let me cut real quick. Yeah, I can't think of anything. That's all I do. I work out, I watch YouTube, I go on my walks, I drive to either the gym or Cartersville, which I counted as 2 things. So there are basically 5 things I do in my life. YouTube's kind of on for working out though, and most of the day. So if you take that away, and then you count drive, I typically go to Cartersville and the gym in one day. So if you count that as one event, going out, I suppose, summarize that. So working out, going out to the gym in Cartersville, and doing these walks, which is kind of like a daily thing. Is it even really a thing I do? I mean, it is, obviously, but... So yeah, in terms of things that aren't daily, either requirements or routines, such as this walk, you have going out to the gym and working out. I know, isn't it fun to not have friends and not go to school? Oh, okay, well, not going to school, yes, I would rather do this than not go to school. But still, isn't it cool? Oh yeah, and also Malun, I don't know how to pronounce her name exactly. It's Malun. I think it's pronounced like Malun, but I don't know. She's very soft-spoken, so when she said her name, it's hard to hear what she really said. But yeah, she's still responding, thankfully. Compared to the last, how many people? Let's see, we got Caitlin, either gave me the wrong number or just stopped responding to me. Dakari, met from the last Bring Your Kid to Work day, which was last year. She kind of just stopped responding. Then we got Olivia. She basically doesn't talk to me anymore. Met her at the gym. I mean, I still see her occasionally, but, she doesn't really... She's always busy, apparently. Yeah. She also gave me her boyfriend's number. He talked to me once and then never talked to me again. It was like 5 minutes. Apparently, he just never replies to text. That's what Olivia said. And then we got... yeah, that's pretty much all the people I've gotten the contact of in the past. Ever. And then you have Malone, and she's still talking to me, so, we'll see how long that lasts, hopefully, for a certain amount of time. I don't know if I'll ever, actually meet her in person again, because what do? You arrange to see a movie or something? I don't do things. I'd say she can go rock climbing, but, well, she does track, so maybe she does have stamina for sure, but I don't know about the upper body strength, and she has, claw nails on, so I don't know if she can do that. Never know. I mean, there's climbs for everyone. But I don't think there's... I don't do that. You could go out for lunch. Sounds like a date, though. I don't know. I don't even know what she likes to do, honestly. We didn't talk about it. So yeah, in essence, I have a friend. Yep, one, I know. Big numbers. Bringing in all the hoes, making the monies, got no bitches. So aside from Jed, who recently moved away, he lives just down there, like, go around and down the street to the cul-de-sac about 1,000 feet. I don't know. I'm not very good at range estimations. But just over there, over the houses. He lived there, and a couple months ago he moved away to travel the world with his parents. So aside from him, in terms of friends in person that I've consistently been friends with, pretty much nobody really. I mean, even him, like, once COVID hit, we stopped hanging out. And it was just like an occasional text 3 times a year for holidays that lasts 5 minutes. I've never really had friends. Like, Jed's probably the closest. I mean, I've known him and I still have his number, and we still probably will occasionally talk on holidays. And I met him in 4th grade. Yep. So that's 6 more grades, which means 6 more years. And actually, I met him at the start of 4th grade. I still recall he went to dentist a lot. I don't know why. Like, multiple dentist trips in the start of the grade. So, and now soon it's going to be the start of 11th grade. So you could really count that as 5 years. Wait, I did my math wrong. I'm stupid. That's 7 years. Yes, so count that as 7 years. That's a long time. That's like half my life. I've known him for half my life. I was about 8 when I met him, I guess. I guess that checks out. So yeah, I don't think he'll ever truly disappear. Like, at the very least, if we both age to adults without dying, and we still have our SIM cards and a way to contact each other, we will occasionally talk in, see how life is going, share major events, which obviously for me there's none. I don't do things. So that's good. At least you'll have one person. But aside from that, people in person, no one really. And I just live life, I guess. Like, that's what I do. Yeah, I'm over there. Hi. No, I don't know. Like, sometimes I just whip my phone around. I don't look at the screen, so I don't know what you can actually see. I guess, like, right there is where you can see me. If I'm looking over here, I don't know where you are. Like, I would stick my phone up and then try to point you at the shadow. It's like over there, I guess. I don't know. And just estimating. That's what you gotta do in life sometimes. You gotta estimate. Reciprocate. Reciprocation is fun. Coordination, cooperation, and collaboration and communication. Wow. Coordinate, cooperate, collaborate. Why is there so many 8 words that mean work together? That's funny. And communicate too, if you want to include that. But technically, it's a different meaning, really. So yeah, hopefully I'll make friends at youth group. Or in general. It'd be nice. It's kind of funny because there's so many things that I don't relate to. Like, when they were saying what kind of things you have to let go of, they kept talking about how they have friend groups they need to change and how they have bad influences. It's like, well, I know that's not me. One of the people that influences me is really just my dad, which is why I'm basically exactly like him. I'm trying to change, of course, because, I've written an entire document on the annoying things my family does, and I've unfortunately gotten almost every single annoying thing he does through influence. And other things that influence me are, the internet. That's my only real non-me interaction. Go on the internet and I talk to my dad. And obviously my mom too, but not too often because she's usually at work and I'm upstairs a lot of the time. So it's really just my dad and the internet. The 2 best people to raise you. But luckily I advanced pretty quickly and got free will. I really got my self-conscious and the ability to not be influenced. Recently I've started acting on that and using that ability. Past year has been a lot of growth. I mean, really it started in, I think, July. The very, very, very first thing where I think my entire era started is when I downloaded Okay, so we're just gonna walk and talk about my entire I've done this before, but we'll do it. All right. So I downloaded Rec Room because I didn't have friends and I wanted interaction, and the only interaction I got was from Xbox group posts. So, talking to 20-year-old guys occasionally to play a game, not the best form of social interaction. So I was like, I wish there was a game I could talk to people with. Oh my God, Rec Room. So I downloaded that and I started playing it. And I really started interacting with people. I made some friends. And that's really where my discovery began. My mind explosion. That's when the very first origins of my documents started. The very, very, very first thing was when one of my friends went on vacation. I was like, while she's gone, I'm going to write a thing called Delve, where I go into myself. And I broke into 3 things, like who I am, my thoughts, and something else. And then another friend, I wrote everything about me, which was 17 facts, which is obviously insane considering the hundreds of pages total of documents I have now. And the everything about me document has an entire section that's smaller than the rest combined. That's just 100 facts about me. So clearly I've grown and added a lot to that. I think that post is up right now. Did someone fix the post? I think someone did. Hold on. No way. It's a new one. Oh my God. It got a new one. Look, it's instead of being tilted over and having a dent because someone hit it, they fixed it. They got a new post. Look at that. Look at that. There's no dent. They filled in the hole. Oh my God. It's revolutionary. I was like, why is that light blue? I don't know why it's blue still. I guess it's a new camera model or something. That's cool. Got a new light. Or post and camera and daylight sensor and sign. So that's cool. But back where what I was saying, I've written about the origin of the document in the document itself. Inception type shit. So I don't really have to elaborate on all of it. But it really started in roughly July when I downloaded Rec Room. Socialization, the growth, me realizing and thinking about myself. I thinking constantly. I'm unlocking new thoughts. I think about everything. I log everything. I develop as a person. I realize my faults. I fix those faults. I have friends. I lose friends. I realize emotional people are absolutely terrible, and you should not hang out with people who are severely emotional, have mental health problems, because they're the worst people in the entire world. And then that's where I am right now. Here, the refresh is my most recent, significant change in my mindset. So, on my birthday, everything's going to change. I'm developing towards that change right now, eliminating my flaws, and then starting then, I'm going to have the pros. And from there on out, I hope to be a different person, same person, different something. You could reword that however you want. But that's really cool. I started with no social skill. Well, I guess I always had social skill. I don't know why. It's kind of been a innate ability in me. I'm still, even though I don't socialize with people at all, I can still socialize really well. I don't know where I get that from, really. Where you don't just get the ability to socialize. I don't know. Oh yeah, right. The interactions in my head. All you need is a good baseline on how people interact. And then you can have all the scenarios in your head go exactly as you want. Planning, as I mentioned before. Spending basically every single waking second, and even in dreams, of course, talking to people that don't exist, or people that do exist, but just, the scenario in your head is not a real scenario. Then you can interact with people. Maybe that's why I do it so much. And maybe that's why I'm good at socializing. Who knows? But, I'm good at socializing as long as I get in first. You can't just walk in and say, hey guys, what are you doing? Oh, we're talking about basketball. Oh, I don't know anything about basketball. Okay, bye. Danny Gonzalez would do that, I can tell you that. But not me. I'm just me. And once I get in, I'm fine. Once I start the conversation and it's going, then I can carry it. But starting it, I don't know if they want to talk to me. I don't know if they're going to be annoyed. I don't know if they're busy. I don't know if I'm going to have a reason to talk to them. I don't want to build a friendship with someone knowing nothing about them. For all I know, they could be a trans, lesbian, gay, pan-aerosexual, furry, Nazi. And I didn't know that, and now I'm friends with them, and I can't say, hey, that sucks, so see you later. And try to avoid complete interaction with them every single second I can. So I like to have it get started for a reason. And I was like, darn, if only there was some place where I can go consistently with many people around my age who are all Christians, have my similar values, Too bad. Oh yeah, I forgot. My church has a youth group, so I can just go there and interact with people my age who are all Christians. That makes sense. So you were doing that again. Not next week because there's a senior dinner, so I can't go. But week after that, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully the bass isn't as loud, so my chest doesn't hurt and I don't get nauseous. And overall, I hope things get better. You know, we're evolving. We're getting better. We're doing things. Season of change. You know, I'll get a job soon. But it's funny because I want to think like, getting a job will ruin social interaction. You know, like, I won't be able to go anywhere or do things. Oh wait, I do literally nothing in my entire life. Like getting a job will just fill the void I have. Which I guess I should start really putting work into this next month, because once I get a job, I guess I can still work out because my workouts are like half an hour. So once I get home from work, I can just work out. It's not that hard. I'm not sure how the gym's gonna work. Oh yeah, it'll be part-time, so I can just go really whenever, and then I come in later or earlier. I don't know how it works. But overall, I'm gonna be a different person, have a different life, hopefully have friends, whether be it from work or youth group or other things. I doubt it'd be other things, because what the hell would other things even be? Maybe an entire group of people with my similar interests walked into the gym and started a conversation with me, and now I have all their numbers, and now we're friends. Who knows? I doubt it's gonna happen, but maybe. Darn it, every time I want to end it, it's always 1 second away, so I have to wait and stall till the next round 00. Like right now, God bless you, hope you enjoyed an adios.